students, now today we will derive three equations of motions, and these three equations of motions tells us about the relationship between initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, time taken and distance traveled. और इनकी हेल्प से हम न्यूमेरिकल्स को भी सॉल्व करते हैं. One by one we will discuss about these three equations of motion. Now let's derive first equation of motion. Suppose a body is traveling with initial velocity u, and after subjecting it to acceleration a within the time t, it will attain final velocity v. Okay. Now from the definition of acceleration we know that acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon time taken. For that change, पर convenience के लिए हम सिर्फ time taken लिख देते हैं. And change in velocity is the difference between final velocity and initial velocity. So we can also write that acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. Okay. Now when we put the symbol of all these, we will get a is equal to v minus u upon t, and on solving further we will get at is equal to v minus u. After that we can write at plus u is equal to v, and when we will rearrange it we will get v is equal to u plus at, and this is the first equation of motion which is now derived. So it is very easy to derive first equation of motion, and it is used to find the velocity v acquired by a body in time t, the body having that initial velocity u, uniform acceleration a. So ये जो सारी equations है that are for uniformly accelerated motion, and this first equation is also known as velocity time relationship, क्योंकि ये हमें बताते हैं कि within a time t velocity v कितनी है. Now in this equation, if we know the three values, any three values, we can easily calculate the fourth value. Now second equation of motion is s is equal to ut plus half at square, and this equation tells us the distance traveled within time t. So let's see how we can derive it. Now the second equation of motion is s is equal to ut plus half at square, and it gives the distance traveled by a body within time t. Now suppose a body has initial value u and uniform acceleration a, and this is for time t. So after that final velocity becomes v. इतना हमें पता है और हमें distance find out करना है. And suppose the distance traveled by that body is s. And now the distance traveled by a moving body in time t we can easily find out by its average velocity. यहाँ पर हमें average velocity लेनी पड़ेगी. So since the initial velocity is u and final velocity of that body is v, so average velocity हम find out कर लेते हैं. Average velocity that is u plus v upon 2. ठीक है. And distance traveled वो हम find out करते हैं average velocity multiplied by time taken. Okay. Now after this, instead of average velocity we can write u plus v upon 2, and s, that is we can write u plus v upon 2 into t. Okay. अब यहाँ पर हम, जैसे हमें पता है कि according to the first equation of motion v is equal to u plus at, so we will put that value here. S is equal to u, ये तो यही वाला u, and instead of writing this v we will take its value from first equation and we'll write u plus at upon 2 into t. Okay. Now on solving this further, we will get s is equal to 2u plus at upon 2 into t. Okay. अब जब हम t को मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं विथ 2u plus at upon 2, what we will get? s is equal to 2ut plus at square upon 2. Okay. After that, s is equal to 2ut upon 2 plus at square upon 2. हम इसको ऐसे भी ले सकते हैं. Ultimately, what we will get? We will get s is equal to ut plus half at square, which is the second equation of motion. So hence it is derived. The derivation of second equation is also very easy, and it is used to calculate the distance traveled by a body within time t, and we also use this to solve numerical problems. Now the third equation of motion is v square is equal to u square plus 2as, which is also known as velocity distance relationship, because it gives the velocity acquired by a body in traveling the distance s. Now the third equation of motion easily obtained by eliminating t between the first two equations of motion. So पहली equation जो थी, that is v is equal to u plus at, तो यहाँ हम t की वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करेंगे और उस वैल्यू को we will put in the second equation of motion. So first we will find out the value of t from the first equation. First equation is, we can write v is equal to u plus at. Okay. And we can rearrange and write it like this: v minus u is equal to at. Or we can write it t is equal to v minus u upon a. Now अब आगे बहुत easy है. Now the value we get from equation 1, we will put this value in second equation of motion, that is s is equal to ut plus half at square, and what we will get? U v minus u upon a plus half a v minus u upon a square. Okay. Now on solving this, we will get s is equal to uv minus u square upon a plus half a v minus u whole square upon a square. Okay. This a will be cut, square हट जाएगा, सिर्फ a हमारे पास रह जाएगा. And now this is in the form of a minus b whole square. तो उसी तरह से हम v minus u whole square को solve कर लेंगे. And what we will get? S is equal to uv minus u square upon a plus v square plus u square minus 2uv upon 2a. ठीक है. Now we will take LCM and solve this further, and we will get 2a, and here we will get 2uv minus 2u square plus v square plus u square minus 2uv. Okay. Now this will be cut, plus 2uv minus 2uv, and this minus 2u square and this plus u square will give us minus u square. So next will be s is equal to minus u square plus v square upon 2a. इसको further it will be written as 2as minus u square plus v square, and when we rearrange this, we will get the third equation of motion: v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So this is the way we can derive third equation of motion: v square is equal to u square plus 2as, where v stands for final velocity, u stands for initial velocity, a for acceleration, and s is for distance traveled. This equation gives us the velocity acquired by a body in traveling a distance s. Now we have derived all the three equations of motion. Now 3 points you have to remember, that if a body is starting from rest, its initial velocity will be 0, and if it is coming to the rest, its final velocity will be 0, and if a body is moving with uniform velocity, acceleration will be 0. Now if we will remember these 3 points, we can easily solve the numerical problems based on motion.